Walking my down. Walking my down. Walking my down. Walking my down.
Place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzin', what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Hi. Hey. Hello. Hi, welcome everybody. It's RRTC. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's your boys. We're here. We're queer and all that stuff.
Yep. We're rocking it out here. We're live on Rumble and YouTube and Twitch and Kick and X and anything you could pretty much be live on. We're live on.
Yeah, but watch us on YouTube or Rumble.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, you could donate on Ko-Fi, which is the best spot, I think, to donate.
Ooh.
That's right. Ko-Fi.com/Revenge of the Sis. You could donate there. We get more money that way. But hi, guys. Today's Tuesday? Yeah, it's a Tuesday show. Ugh.
Yeah, it sunk in last night. Last night it hit me. I'm like, it's only Monday. It's one of those where you just start thinking about the whole week. You're like, ah.
Hey, man, you know what's super cool, though, is that James Lindsay guy, the guy who's really fucking taking it to the woke right, which is something he just made up. It's just not real. Was on Roseanne today, dude.
This guy sucks.
Look at those gyno tits.
James
Yeah, but
Lindsay
what do you think about James Lindsay though,
Okay.
Marsh?
Can someone
James
explain
Lindsay is
how
the
how do these people exist and where do they come from?
I mean, fucking think tanks, normally. Shit like that.
Dude, he's the single greatest argument for being a communist.
No, I was listening I was watching Tucker yesterday, and he brought something up, and it's the same thing. It's like, the thing that's going to, like, rip the whole MAGA movement apart is all this fucking yay Israel, boo Israel shit. Like that's the biggest problem right now.
Yay Jews or boo Jews, depending
so,
on where you stand on the Jews.
Which is so stupid because the truth is it shouldn't matter either way. Because we live in America and we shouldn't be involved in either way. But that's my opinion, and anyway, the reasonable opinion. But this guy's going around like with his anti-communism shit. Don't point things out. You're not allowed to complain. You're not allowed to complain. Fucking homo. I really hate this guy. He's one of the people that I probably hate the most on there. And he's always getting ratioed, and at this point, I think he's just out there so people make fun of him.
But that's what I mean. Everybody gives him the engagement he wants.
Yeah.
By outrage retweeting him.
Well, Roseanne seems to like him, but you know.
I see that a lot on Twitter where people will retweet someone they hate to yell at them, and then I'm like, but why are you retweeting? Like you're keeping that guy alive in the algorithm. Why are you doing that? Mute him. If you hate these people, mute. Remember Just Don't Look? By the hit song by Paul Anka featuring Lisa Simpson?
Yeah. Well,
I just watched that episode like the other day.
Just don't look.
Yeah.
Just don't look.
Just don't look. They'll start falling and collapsing in the streets.
Bro, I'm so stoked. My boy is on a Simpsons kick.
Yeah.
So now like the only thing that gets him to shut up is Homer getting like injured. It's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
rad.
There you
Hell
go. Just stop at season 11 or 12.
12. You can make it to 12. And then
Actually,
you're about
it is season 12. Because season 10 is the one with fucking fuck. I just watched it the other day. What fucking I'm sorry. My bad. I can't remember what the fuck joke it was.
Which one? Is that the one with Sideshow Cecil when Sideshow Bob's cousin comes in and it's the guy who plays Niles from Frasier playing him, which is fucking great. That's one of my fucking favorites.
I love how the Simpsons used to take...
You went to clown college. I will not have you referring to Yale that way.
I love how like the Simpsons would just acknowledge things were massive hits on other networks.
Of course.
Like they would bring in the guys from NBC and it was like, this is unthinkable.
They
but
brought in Mulder and Scully for like a one line with Mo.
Wasn't that a Fox show though?
Yeah, well still though.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking they used to acknowledge like other networks hit shit, like fucking Frasier and Niles and shit. Like no other show at the time would have been like, yeah, let's bring on those guys that are a hit for the other network. And it was like on The Simpsons, they're like, no, let's have Niles and Frasier on and never acknowledge it. Like how great is that? Because they never do acknowledge it, right? They're just brothers and they're both voice actors.
Yes, they never bring up that they're
It's hilarious.
Season 11 is the fucking season where Apu has his kids.
Oh,
that's
so
a
like,
great one.
oh,
right
banana
off the-
bread.
Banana
All
bread.
my problems are solved.
And I like how even they're telling Apu, like, wow, you're being kind of a dick here.
I'm
man.
so sorry. It's the kids. Banana bread. What were you thinking? It's what a fuck. You're not allowed to laugh at Apu.
No, it's
Now,
a racist stereotype.
Yeah. Because really, what filled that Apu void is a lot worse. You guys really fucked up with the Apu thing, huh?
Bro, it sucks, man.
here you
It
go.
really sucks what they did to fucking The Simpsons. Did you know that Homer is officially a millennial character now? They changed his age, and now they're making him do like millennial.
I know. They retconned him when he was at a Nirvana concert. I'm very aware, dude. I know.
It's so fucking sad.
Welcome to my nightmare.
I knew you had your hands full with the baby, so I baked you some banana bread.
Oh, hallelujah, our problems are solved. We have banana bread.
Well, you don't have to be sarcastic.
Oh, look who's here. The family with one baby. How do you manage?
They've turned into jerks.
They've turned into jerks.
Sorry, we've been rude. Can I offer you something to drink?
No thanks.
Apu, they're doing it again.
Okay, break it up.
Maybe you two should get a nanny.
Yes, and what would I pay her with? Banana bread? Sorry. It's just we haven't slept in days and we're running out of money. And banana bread? What the hell were you thinking? Banana bread. I apologize. Apologize again. As a token of forgiveness, please take this baby.
By the way, Royce, I just sent you real quick. It's 20 seconds. Simpsons nowadays is bad. But this is 20 seconds of an episode that even out of context, I just wanted to show you guys. You guys will just appreciate
Okay. What the hell just happened?
Wow, Bart's voice is
now.
really bad.
Everything's bad.
Marge is dying.
Oh, Marge is bad. Yeah, yeah, the Marge voice is the most noticeably different one.
Retire it.
Yes.
At 6, the U.S. Supreme Court today authorized the end of humanitarian parole for 500,000 migrants.
I just want to tell you that I pulled this story today, and I want to say before we go on, I want to say you're welcome.
The court sided with the Trump administration, leaving
why.
Venezuelans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Cubans at risk of deportation. Here in South Florida, some immigrants are being detained at federal immigration courts for expedited removal. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor is live from...
Yvonne Taylor.
Yo, let's go.
Taylor. One of our favorite reporters.
They've been giving him a lot of the immigration things.
Yvonne?
Yes, definitely a very difficult day for many families in South Florida, Lauren. We're going to start with a story of a Dominican woman who says that a federal judge told her that her nephew did not qualify for political asylum.
But like honestly, like I know they're even sending some Cubans back, but I'll be honest with you, the ones that are here are like the more communist ones. So like I don't fucking care, dude. Like send them back, okay?
Also, I think it's pretty obvious that I went through all of the things you have to go through to be here legally. So maybe I don't care too much for these people.
That's why I shop at Armani.
Next time, maybe do not cut the line.
Yeah.
It's got a point.
So as they were leaving court, she says ICE agents detained him, and tonight they don't know where he is.
That's unfair.
Full disclosure.
Can I get...
Full disclosure. My brother is an ICE agent.
As soon as I interview you, I give him a call.
I call him right away.
God, I need Yvonne Taylor reading audiobooks, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I would learn so much.
Harry Potter. A Harry Potter book. Yeah.
Yvonne Taylor.
Hell yeah, dude.
And he does commentary on it as he goes throughout.
He calls him El Dumbledore. Oh, fuck.
He snap.
A snip.
He snap.
He snap.
He snap.
Oh no, you're crying.
I'm so sorry. I can't talk enough.
Let me ask
I don't
you.
know how I'm going to say that to my mom. My mom had a heart attack.
Judelka Mejia cannot believe
Judelka Mejia.
she's going back home without her nephew, 29-year-old Yasael.
Yeah, he looks like
he looks like a really.
upstanding-
He really looks like a guy we want here for
I don't
sure.
think that's a real Balenciaga shirt, guys.
I don't think so either.
Mejia.
This means today from her asylum that we applied.
Asylum?
Then we put all the proof and we explain all the situation that happened in DR.
And like many other immigrants, when their case is dismissed, they are detained at the hallway before leaving the building by immigration agents dressed as civilians.
She's loud.
It's been happening
You
frequently.
guys
at
are
the
so angry that you're not getting stuff you were never legally entitled to.
333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet
Yeah, it's like
Correa's
screaming at the cashier that your lottery ticket wasn't a winner.
husband was
Which
detained
I
this
have
week.
done. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I mean, fucking. Give
Yelling
me
at
another
the
one,
poor
bitch.
clerk. Oh, yeah, like that scene in Casino when he keeps getting bad cards in blackjack. So no, I would just scratch off a ticket and go, take this and stick it up your fucking ass. Give me another one. Take this one and stick it up your sister's ass. Give me another one.
Lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal. In Washington, this Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court sided with the Trump administration to end a program created in 2023.
The humanitarian parole is over
Willie Allen, who has been an immigration attorney in South Florida.
What is
for
this
over
going on, sir? Sir, you
Willie,
got.
where are you gonna sit, man? Willie.
There is too much going on in your office.
Willie.
Look, we all enjoy hobbies, man, but you got to calm down.
It's told us he is not surprised to see this outcome.
One president creates an executive action, the next president can eliminate. Still,
Wow, completely reasonable. Hold on, he's being completely.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's how
I
it
like
works.
this guy.
Well, you know why? This guy's one of those immigration attorneys that's like, you see, every time they change the laws, then that means people get confused and they need my
And I
help
make more money.
So I'm playing both sides, and I always come out on top.
President can eliminate. Still, the least affected are going to be the Cubans, who can still apply for Cuban adjustment.
That's right. They're kind of pissed at the Cubans. 'Cause
Bobo, what do you have to do with this story?
But the Cubans are least affected because they can't still apply for this like Cuban adjustment thing. So
I'm okay with that.
The news caused me anxiety, and
Cuban
once
Bobo.
again,
I come to the country, I'm not lying.
also named Bobo.
Yeah, easy
we are
enough.
wondering what's going to happen. Eduardo Villaverde is
Yeah,
one of
like
the half a million
Los
people who
Mets.
came to the U.S.
Did you
through the
see?
human-
All right, so you know how we got Bobo in a Mets interview? Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah, of course.
Did you see Stalker Patty getting interviewed by Chuck Schumer?
What?
I'll go get it.
Are you serious?
Mhm, it's a
How
thing.
did this happen?
Because she's always out and about in the streets of New York, and
I'm
he
a-
needed a photo op.
Is she alive? She's still alive then.
She's alive.
Really?
She looks like a skeleton. She looks, you know what? She looks exactly like a Draugr from Skyrim.
Is she still living? Is she homeless or what's going on with her?
No, she's got her subsidized apartments and That's what the video's about. Chuck Schumer's like, you know, if we cut food stamps, people like Miss Patty here are gonna have a struggle, and she just happens to be there. Yeah, I'm sending it to you now.
Huh?
That's hilarious.
Stalker Patty.
Yeah. I marked out this weekend. I was
That
like,
is a
no
name
way.
I have not heard in a long, long
Wait, did
time.
you
I'm
think that,
only
like,
logged into Twitter, not Discord, so I DM'd it to you on Twitter if you want.
Yeah.
So like when Owen, what did you think, Royce, that it was like a kind of like a Patient Zero vampire thing, where it's like when Owen A died, all the rest of these like people just kind of
Like
withered.
the head vampire died.
Oh yeah, that's Stalker Patty.
Oh
baby.
yeah. Let's go, dude. This is awesome.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm here with Patty Burks, a senior citizen resident of Staten Island.
She crawled around a bunch of mouse traps with her tits out one time for Opie and Anthony. You might
Well,
remember her.
One of the meme accounts. You know, it's funny how many of these shit posting accounts that are prominent today that have O&A origins to them. And it's one of the big shit posting accounts posted the video. Remember of her twerking to Juvenile?
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
that ass up.
I'm here with Patty Burks.
They basically committed crimes against this
Oh yeah,
woman.
it was horrible.
Senior citizen resident of Staten Island.
Is she still a virgin?
Yeah, probably. Look at her. I remember when
She's a
remember
virgin. She's never had sex. That's the thing about Stalker Patty that people don't know.
I remember pre O&A on satellite. I remember Stalker Patty's origins. She was a homeless woman that lived in the WNEW studios. They were such a big deal that they basically said, let her live in the lobby. So NEW had like no power, and they were just letting this woman live in the lobby.
That's pretty funny.
And and Stalker Patty was great, right? Because I remember back in the day, this is so long ago, bro. This is when I worked for the IRS. I would be driving in, like wiping cold out of my eyes at 4 a.m. on the Long Island Expressway, and I'd be listening to Scott Farrell before O&A, and he'd be all coked up, and he'd come in to do his sports show, but he would go wake Patty up in the lobby and make her come do the show with him and stuff. It was awesome.
In the locals chat, Outer Thought says, fucking Patty. I like how Ron and Fez always treated her well. Yeah, Ron and Fez were always really nice to her.
Who, when it here, spoke out just spontaneously on how badly it would hurt her. Why don't you tell us, Patty, what would happen if this program was cut?
I'm a virgin. I'm available. I'm available. I just
I once reached down to Ron Jeremy's pants so I could grab some concert tickets. Remember that?
Rapist Ron Jeremy. We're allowed to say
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Convicted
I actually
rapist Ron
touched
Jeremy.
famed rapist Ron Jeremy's penis.
If it was cut,
Still talking about Ron Jeremy's penis.
We're still on Jeremy.
limited incomes of Social Security income that I'm on. a lot of my bills wouldn't get paid because I would have to use the.
And now that Opie and Anthony don't talk to each other, nobody gives me extra cash to do stupid things on the radio
Yeah,
anymore.
she made a lot of money doing stupid shit on the radio.
The money for food and stuff that I just don't have. That's why SNAP is so important.
How old is she now? You want to like?
She has to be in her late 70s.
Should we take over and like have her do stuff for us?
I think she's a little long in the tooth for that.
I don't fucking matter. Walmart greeters are like 90.
It's true, but they don't go through. I mean,
I wasn't gonna make her crawl through mousetraps at an advanced age. Okay?
maybe you weren't.
I was gonna make her go on Tinder dates.
Okay.
Helps add to my income and helps me with the ability to
Bro.
afford to go food shopping.
Bro, I looked it up.
Uh-huh.
She's only 57.
No, there's no way.
No, she's only 57, dude. Homelessness a fucking that shit is not. It's not nothing, dog. That shit will
not-
make you angry.
How? No way.
She's not homeless anymore. She's been in like some kind of housing since she worked.
Not
in New York.
Bro, she's 57. She looks like the unearthed corpse of Geddy Lee.
Mm-hmm.
It's a simple thing.
Who's still famously alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Neil.
So check out this one. This I look, and you know that I really wanted to do this story because I hate reading, but I had to because it was an article that CNN.
Can I point something out?
Sure.
What you're about to read, look at the headline, but look above it at related stories.
Far-right activist Laura Loomer meets with Vice President J.D. Vance at White House complex, sources say.
And then it literally says the R word is back. Sorry.
So this from Scotty Andrew from CNN.
It's a very professional name.
The R word is back. How a slur became renormalized. Here we go. On an April episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the host used a slur within the first 45 seconds of the show.
Nice.
The word retarded. Wow, you just said it.
Yeah, you just said it.
You can't say it. Is back, and it's one of the great culture victories, Rogan said with a laugh in an April 10th episode of the uber popular podcast, probably spurred by podcast. A few months earlier, on January 6th, Elon Musk used the word in response to a Finnish researcher who called Musk the largest spreader of disinformation in human history. One of the slurs more than doubled on X, the platform Musk owns, in 2 days after he made that January post. Researchers from Montclair State University found more than 312,000 subsequent posts made on. I meant a lot of those. I'm
a good chunk of them
Yeah.
too. But also go to the data before that year. I was always a good portion of that traffic.
The buck didn't stop there, Brenton said. Throughout 2025, influential public figures like Rogan, Musk, Kanye West used the R word on platforms where millions can see and hear them. West mostly used the term in March to refer to Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins, who they do kind of look retarded.
A little bit.
Since Musk's January post, the online prevalence of the R word is absolutely getting worse. Ben, oh God.
Good.
Guys, people are saying retard. What are we going to fucking do?
By the way, some would say better.
What are we gonna do? Rogan, Musk, and West are like using the word to get a rise out of people and draw more eyes. No. That is not why any of us are using the word retard. It's not because we want to get a rise out of people.
Can I explain it to him?
Please go ahead.
See, we use that word because you're being retarded.
Uh-huh.
It's just the word that we've always known for.
And that word, that fucking word, used to not mean anything, and it was not edgy boy stuff. We used to say it all the time, and it was just funny. It was normal, you know?
And if you
my
want-
mom would be like, hey, stop being fucking retarded.
If you want us to stop using the word so much on social media, you should stop saying so much retarded shit on social media.
Yeah, that's
Well, I got one better though. If here's the thing is the reason why retarded is back is because it never went anywhere because we never stopped saying it.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
right.
You don't believe in your gay culture or you gay retard.
Also keep up the attitude, because guess what? There's some other words we never stopped using. We'll start bringing those back.
But-
And they have an R in them.
Dude, on your
A hard R.
a very hard R. Fucking dude, if you're the type of person that when you hear the word retarded, you think of a mentally fucking handicapped
You're
people,
retarded.
You're the asshole. We don't think that. We think you're doing something stupid. We don't think, oh, you're behaving like somebody with an extra fucking gene in their fucking pool. No, you're a dickhead.
These what you see? Let's see here. Push the envelope too far, she said, and the harm spills out into all marginalized communities. We have marginalized.
We're hitting all the fucking.
We got
notes.
marginalized, and the R word's surging popularity is just the latest effort in the movement to normalize hate. Normalize hate, because when I call people retarded, I'm trying to normalize hate. That's what I'm doing. The R word was never really gone. Oh, they get it. Many people still use the word in private, and controversial far-right influencers and some members of the former dirtbag left podcast scene have used it to rile up followers and appeal to edgy comedy styles. But most people were comfortable with the word retreating from normal. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. See, here's the thing. The people you surround yourself with, who wrote this? The people you surround yourself with, what's this dumb bitch's name? Scotty? Oh, Scotty? The people you fucking...
I told you it was a weird name.
So the people who you surround yourself with are these Upper West Side people who go, I would never say retarded as they step on a bum. The fucking fuck off. We were always saying it. We were never comfortable not saying it. Nobody ever got mad at me in public when I said it. Nobody ever did. That never happens anywhere.
Except for one guy one time, but that guy was being retarded.
Yeah. To be fair, he was being retarded. Okay? And we were at the Special Olympics, which honestly we could see at the time, maybe time and place, you know? But I was calling him retarded because he was retarded. I was calling him retarded because, like, he missed an easy catch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh, wow, it's the other reason, you know? The R word was initially meant to replace a word that had become a pejorative. Introduced in 1895, mental retardation. Okay, guys. CNN is about to tell us where the word retard came from. See, here's the thing.
Thousands of years ago.
Way before Sigourney Weaver.
Years ago, a sibling made a baby with another sibling, and that baby was called retarded.
Do you know where retard comes from? I will tell you where retard comes from.
Thousands of years ago.
We laugh at you because you're being retarded.
You're being a little silly.
Come on, guys.
You're being a little silly.
Ready for this one? We're going to get a lot more buzzwords coming up. The R word was intended to be a neutral term, Van Human said, but people with disabilities then were still largely disregarded and treated as lesser members of society. But they are, in some capacities, regularly institutionalized in dangerous environments and forcibly sterilized without their consent. Under those conditions, the R word eventually warped into a slur.
I don't understand what your problem is. We're not shitting on retarded people. I hold people with Down syndrome in a much higher regard than I do anyone who works at CNN.
Than any journalist, honestly, than any journalist.
Any person, if you have Down syndrome, you already start with 1 foot forward with me, dog.
Let's replace the word retarded with journalist.
Okay, you're being a real journalist right now.
You're being a real fucking journalist right now.
You really are, dude.
And then that way we're not making fun. Look, that's a nice compromise. Now you can be a martyr.
Yeah.
You go on the cross. We won't make fun of retards anymore.
The course to retire the R word grew louder in 1970s as people with disabilities advocated for their rights. Particularly, here's another one that's back. You know what word's back? Even they try to make go away. Like they try to make midget. Everyone says midget now. Nobody says little people. Even midgets say midget. The federal government signals.
You know what I call them? Little retards.
That's mean.
Tardlings.
Tardlings is not bad.
Just make her double mad. Oh, midgets? I just call them little retards.
Tiny tarts.
She's just like getting angrier.
Tiny tarts.
Tiny tarts. The federal government signaled support to end the use of the R word, retard, with 2010 Rose Law, named for a young girl with Down syndrome, which updated all federal laws to intellectually disabled in place of mental retardation. So, okay, fine. So now you know that doesn't even mean the word. You have a new word, so retard just means what it used to mean. Sophie Stern, a 22-year-old choreographer and actress in Arizona, has Down syndrome.
Did anyone here ever treat like retarded people poorly in your life? Like,
Never.
Did you ever go, oh, let's go get that retard?
I felt bad.
Let's take his lunch pail away. Let's all fucking like throw it at each other. Let's grab his hat. Like, you know what I mean?
If anything, I was nice to them. I was trying to say good morning. Hey, what's up, man?
You're acting like they get hurt. They don't even know. Yeah, okay, when they walk away, are you not like...
Yeah.
You know, like, of course, but like, never have I been like, oh, look at that mentally handicapped person. I want to hurt them.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sophie,
If anything, dude, when I was a kid, if you would have picked on like a retarded kid, we would have beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that's what would have happened.
We would have been like, "What are you doing?
Why are you
Like,
picking on
We're not
Todd,
even
dude?
against bullying in this school, but what are you doing?
You don't
bro?
pick on the retard kid, dude.
Yeah.
Go pick on the Puerto Rican kid.
Yeah, look at the nerds playing Magic the Gathering. Go kick the shit out of those kids. You know they're going to censor us in a few years when they run all the websites we talk on.
And that kid that got bullied turned out to be the quartering.
Yeah. Listen,
There's
if you
a girl
beat up,
right now crawling on all fours, hissing at people in the hallway.
listen, if you beat up a kid playing Magic the Gathering today in your school, you're potentially beating up a future Elon Musk at worst, or at best like a future, like you said, a quartering or a veto.
Yeah.
So either way, you're beating up somebody who probably needs it.
Yeah, and by the way, nowadays you beat up a retarded kid, they'll be like, bro, there's like 3 furries in this school, and you're beating up the retarded kid? Seriously?
Also, have you seen all these retarded kids that work out now? I'd be careful.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need like a Chad retarded Downsy that like works out. Hook him up with that girl that went viral who's got Down syndrome.
Oh, the hot one. Yeah.
And have them go around and bully normal people.
Sophie Stern, a 22-year-old choreographer and actress from Arizona, has Down syndrome and is a member of the Arizona Developmentally Disabled Planning Council. By the way, that's just their city hall in Arizona. That's what they call it,
Yes.
the Senate. For years, she's confronted classmates who've said the R word in front of her, and people petitioned for the order to be removed from the script.
Okay, but to be fair, right? When you say retard, you could be talking about anyone that goes to ASU.
Yeah, come on.
Boom,
It's
got him.
Arizona. You take
Pop,
that,
pop, pop,
Arizona.
pop, pop.
Another cessation. Celebrities used to apologize when they were
The only
caught
thing
up.
I know from your city is that black leather couch. That's all we're ever going to know about your city.
Fond memories.
Look at all these people. All these people are really mad that the word's back. I don't care what you think, you fucking retards. You're all fucking retards. How's that sound?
Yeah, retards.
We're going to start bringing all these words back, and you're going to do nothing
Stupid
about
midget
it.
retards.
Fucking nerds. You're fucking nerds. Oh, did you hear about... Okay, this is a good one. Not a lot of people are talking about this one, but did you hear about Joe Biden's work husband?
No, you mean Dr.
What?
Jill Biden?
Yeah.
Top aide to former First Lady Jill Biden could be in focus now, someone you probably have never heard of before. New York columnist Miranda Devine writing that Anthony Bernal may have played a key role in the alleged
Oh, so this
cover-up.
guy's banging her, huh?
Work husband.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Joe
they're bang.
Biden's decline, and Miranda's with me now. Good morning to you. Nice to have you here. David Hogg, the 25-year-old
retard.
I guess they.
Hey, we're bringing it. We're already still using it.
Almost persona non grata in the Democratic Party. Mentioned.
Hey, Virgil, you got any persona non grata back there? I'm fucking starving.
Actually, we got a fucking lot of it. We got a fucking lot of it back here.
I'm more of a persona alla vodka guy.
Ooh, I like it. I like my al dente persona.
I want something a little spicier. Could I get persona fra diavolo?
His name recently. He's from Arizona, a former child actor, has been with the Biden since 2008. Why is he important in this story, Miranda?
Well, she's fucking Jill, dude.
Hi, Bill. Well, Anthony Bernal is really the one aide that Jill Biden trusted so much. And as Jake Tapper has told us in his new book, Jill Biden is one of the most powerful first ladies in history. And that made
Because she was literally the president for like fucking 3 years.
Yeah, seriously.
Chief of Staff, her personal factotum, Anthony Bernal, very important. He was one of only 2 aides who was allowed into the Biden.
He was basically one of the people running the country, by the way. This age.
Oh yeah, no, they've been saying. And this guy had a lot of power.
home in Delaware during the campaign, you know, when Joe Biden was hiding in his basement under the cover of the COVID pandemic. Also, in the waning days of Joe Biden's presidency, it was Anthony.
Bro, now looking back, like that Hail Mary they threw and they just throw him out there to debate. Like they were like, they knew they were setting him up. Like they knew they were setting him up.
They were like, maybe he'll pull this off.
And he just crashed a plane.
That was a Nazi salute, and he didn't just do it one time. He did it twice for emphasis. He should not just apologize, he should be condemned for those kinds of actions.
Look, at a moment when anti-Semitism is at an all-time high in my
People are yelling, fuck the Jews at Dave Portnoy.
My lifetime.
I can't even go to McDonald's.
Presidential rally and giving 2 Nazi salutes in a row.
We spent 3 days, you know.
That's double Romans, by the way, for those that are keeping up. That's called double Romans.
Debating, having them trying to debate that President Musk gave a Nazi salute. Of course he did.
Of course he did. Just like the OK sign meant you were a Nazi, and a MAGA hat meant you were a Nazi, and working out at the gym, neo-Nazi.
Remember when milk was racist for like a good like 6
Milk was
months?
racist for like for like half a year, which was pretty bad.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I remember that. Remember, honestly, working out
Working
was
out
racist.
was racist. If you work out, you were racist. Everything was racist.
Being to work on time, being
to
punctual, was racist.
having black friends was low-key racist. That was the other one that we covered. Remember, having black friends is low-key racist?
Complying with lawful orders.
Right, that's racist. That's
Racist.
right. Proper grammar was another one we read that was racist.
Yep.
Bro, there's so
Mhm.
many. I'm just going off the top of my head. Proper grammar's racist, yes.
They're also moving on to the next hoax. Bono says Elon's a mass murderer.
Oh.
No. You forced everyone to listen to your entire album, whether they wanted to or not, on their iPhones and iPods. You are a mass murderer.
Just recent report. It's not proven, but the surveillance enough suggests 300,000 people have already died from just this cut off, this hard cut of USAID.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're not from here. So you don't get to do that though. Oh, wait a second, no. But your company's here because our taxes are better than over there, right?
He left,
I remember
he left
that.
Ireland in
Yeah.
the lurch.
What is that? That's not America, is it?
Well, they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. For sure, it was a money laundering operation. For sure, there was no oversight. For sure, billions of dollars are missing. In fact, trillions that are unaccounted for.
Elon saw what Bono said and called him a liar and an idiot.
Elon is out there right now shitting on the bill and retweeting Thomas Massey, by the way, if you're wondering how it's going.
Uh-oh.
The media is accusing Musk of murdering 300,000 people with no proof. But China killed millions with a virus, and they said, it's not China.
It was a wet market, idiot.
Yeah, it was eating bats.
Yeah, it was the pangolin. Clearly.
Fault. It's just a pangolin.
Oh,
This is
go.
what they do. Call you conspiracy theorists while they cook up hoaxes. Remember when the tariffs were going to turbocharge inflation? That was another allegation, and so far, no evidence.
The reality is there will either be less inventory or things at higher prices or both.
When we were here in March, you said there was going to be big inflation. There hasn't been any inflation. Actually, the inflation numbers are the best in 4 years. So why don't we stop trying to say
I love how politicians, when they go, oh, inflation numbers are really great, it's still your money losing value over time.
And it's still and also it's like, even when you say it's better, it's like better because of how bad it's been. Like, let's not forget that too.
That sounds awesome. That's why you want the housing market to crash so you could buy a home.
Yeah.
Wait and see what does
The
happen.
problem is that the housing market isn't crashing because BlackRock is buying up every fucking house they can because fucking investing in anything else is literally retarded.
Yeah. Whoa. The R word.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
It's literally journalism.
It's literally I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Literally journalism. This is
why
so
no-
journalistic.
Yeah, right. You know, you're being a bunch of journos right now, bro.
One trusts you. Just look at this headline from the Washington Post. The mysterious drop in fentanyl seizures on the
This was
U.S.-Mexico
funny, by the way.
border.
I wonder why. Wonder why.
Yeah, there's a drop in fentanyl seizures because the border's secure. Mystery solved.
Mm,
These are the same reporters
No, better.
who couldn't figure out Biden's brain was oatmeal. Everything crystal clear is a mystery to them. But everything that's
By the way,
unclear-
I would just make the argument, well, what if more is just getting through?
Yeah. Jesse, maybe we stop using tanning so much. It's making your skin look really bad.
I was actually going to point out, is he getting work done? Because he's got that shiny skin that you get from like Botox and shit.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I know he's trying to hang on to that hot wife of his.
All right, well, it is Pride Month, and we have the best person to talk about it.
I am a lesbian, a dyke,
non-binary, vampire.
Hold on, wait a second. They can say it? I can't call Virgie the F slur on Daywave, and I get a fucking strike. But they could say this?
lesbian, a dyke,
non-binary or genderqueer.
Why does a rideshare
Oh my god! Honestly, I hate all the default choices in this character creator.
produce videos with
Oh,
You've never played genetic. You've never played Genetic Oblivion.
No, and I don't want to.
Oh.
See, I would like to do my character like.
Marsh?
No.
Okay.
I want to do my character like I want like whenever I play a game where all your characters look like that, like a cyberpunk where they're all out there. I always try to purposely make mine look as normal as possible. Like I'm just gonna be wearing a regular
suit?
golf
No,
shirt,
no suit?
regular polo shirt and jeans, and just a normal haircut.
Dave.
Yeah, no, cargo pants, t-shirt, and flip flops.
And then just walk around walk around Night City, going, "Wow, you guys are really out there."
You guys are weird.
people
You
saying
guys are wild.
Yeah, Mercer's just role plays as a mechanic in Cyberpunk. He doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
produce videos with people saying they are
out and proud.
for the same reason a defense contractor funds
Oh, Lockheed Martin Pride. Thank you for bringing it up.
I love
Remember the
this.
Lockheed Martin Pride parade float?
Bro, what the fuck?
Based, Virgie. That's called based, dude.
Yeah, it is because the gays took that word. It's keyed now. We
This
keyed
float-
is the correct term.
They know doing these things will help get your company a perfect score on something called the Corporate Equality Index.
Hey, can you check how we're doing on there?
This year,
I loaded up your page and now my monitor's on fire.
Okay, that makes sense.
142 companies with an incredible 767 scoring top marks.
We celebrate Hyatt's selection for the 10th consecutive year by the Human Rights Campaign.
The Human Rights Campaign is headed by Kelly Robinson, who's been
Mersh?
No.
good at convincing
Gotta
companies
ask.
that their customers
You don't see. Here's the thing: you don't have to ask when they're like 5s or below.
I don't know.
How would he know what a 5 or below?
Yeah,
is
I don't know what a
black girl
5
looks
is. That's a you thing.
want them.
You don't like girls that look like late 90s R&B
No,
singers.
generally not.
She looks like Boys to Woman.
Like these motherfuckers, like the bit has gotten to the point now where a bitch will be on screen. She looks like a possum with a fucking weave in her mouth, and everybody's like, "Is that good?" I'm like, "No."
How hot was the possum?
support the HRC.
Consumers are 2 times more likely to want to buy from brands that support the community.
Supporting
what community?
And who's taking these polls?
The community is a good thing. I certainly support human rights. But Robbie Starbuck says,
"Oh God,
nothing
never
to do with
fucking
actual
guy."
human rights. They're an LGBTQ
Who,
plus
Ralph Macchio?
the organization that pushes.
He looks like
topics about-
baby Terry Silver.
There you go.
Like if Terry Silver had a spoiled kid that came back in Cobra Kai to avenge his dad.
into the workplace, and they support sex changes for kids.
Starbuck uses his big social media following to criticize companies that partner with the human rights campaign.
He is, to be fair, he is the one that made John Deere like change their entire DI policy.
Hey.
When you see a company gets 100% from the HRC, it does great harm.
Harm, he says, because your health plan must cover trans surgery.
Yes.
Why?
I know people who've had the surgery and they seem happier.
If you're an adult and you make a set of decisions I disagree with, that's your prerogative. But I don't want to give my money to a company that is going to turn around and use it to fund any sex changes of any child, period.
The HRC does require awarded companies to pay for puberty blockers for teens. Now, we can debate the age at which you're considered competent to medically change your gender, but I had no idea that so many companies pay for it.
Okay, that's fucking ridiculous.
Google even provides a concierge to help.
Trans concierge, of course. Guys, it's my trans butler. Hello. Yes, I will having my penis removed today.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sit down. Would you? Sorry. Yes, sir. Sit down. I'm Susan. Would you like some cucumber water?
Sorry, I got a Zoom session set up with my person at worsthelp.com.
Your dilator, sir.
I also would have accepted BetterHell.
BetterHell.com.
People
yeah. Thank you for calling the 41% Foundation.
Transition.
Google's bringing on a dedicated.
Okay, Audrey.
Trans liaison to help.
Can I just say something?
Can
Can I say something? I love your beautiful voice.
help interpret these benefits.
Now, you will watch a video about gender.
To further
I'm excited.
Raise their human rights campaign scores, companies show employees videos like this to educate them about gender identity.
Thank God. I want to be talked down to. I want to be talked down to by people. That makes me feel good.
It's a girl.
The term and concept of gender was invented by a guy who made twins fuck each other.
Nice. Well, I mean, when you put it like that, it sounds weird.
Identity.
It's a girl. Well, actually, it's more complicated than that.
No,
it's not.
What the fuck? You have to watch that video?
Companies are also supposed to sponsor LGBT events, produce LGBT products, and donate to LGBT groups like the Human Rights Campaign.
Yeah.
That helps them collect their millions of dollars.
$45 million.
You got to make it very well known to the world that you are all in on this.
Even part of your Amtrak tax subsidy now goes to pay for.
Hold on
Joey,
a second.
baby.
We've been subsidizing the Amtrak, which I did know that. And they're using our subsidized money to cut kids' dicks off?
Duh. Yeah.
You know what, Mercer? I frankly feel railroaded. Board, Pessy, board, Pessy, board, thank you.
For this stuff.
Including education on personal pronouns.
So all these companies suck up to the HRC. Yet the more I looked at the campaign, the
Gear, I thought it was. No cap. Trying to be hip.
Less it seems to be about
It's too late, John. It's too fucking late, buddy.
Rights and more about left-wing advocacy. It's not just LGBT. On their homepage, you see protesters
homo page
holding signs saying, "I will aid and abet abortions."
I will literally help kill all the
and
babies.
abet, even if you want the thing you're doing to like not sound evil, you don't say aid and abet.
You're better off. Like, we're 5 years away from people holding up signs just saying, "I will literally kill all of the babies."
Yeah.
So it's a question of what do they mean by human rights?
Yeah. Which humans, which rights? Apparently, if you're a small enough human, you don't have rights, and they'll actually support killing you.
When I think about the work of the Corporate Equality Index, it is about trust and it's about partnership with businesses to make workplaces as inclusive
Man, you look
as
like a
possible
Fifth
for
Element
LGBT.
character.
TQ+
Yeah, like
people.
if Ruby Rod had like a manager that was annoying as shit.
I don't know. She looks like she's like in the Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison video.
LGBTQ+ people.
What's up with these glasses? Look at what is it? Octagon glasses?
People.
I think these guys are gay.
Maybe.
Most businesses are inclusive. LGBT people are more accepted than ever. Just 20 years ago, most Americans opposed gay marriage, and most said gay relationships
Yeah,
were
those
morally
people were right.
acceptable. Today,
Some would say those people tried to warn us.
most Americans
Most Americans are gay, so it
I
doesn't
remember.
really matter.
I remember the word "slippery slope" was used.
And we're not talking about a creased up frozen Asian.
You know, that's
Except
like a
gay marriage.
logical fallacy. No, it's just watching a series of events play out.
I hear you, but I do have to do this. Hold on.
Americans accept gay marriage.
Nice.
Say gay relationships are moral. Yet recently, the
No, they misheard. They said gay relationships are oral,
which they largely are.
Yeah, especially the women.
HRC declared
a national state of emergency for LGBTQ+ people.
What the fuck happened? Are they canceling Drag Race?
It's a gay earthquake.
It's a girthquake.
People.
This is a crisis right now.
I think I know why she says that.
She's a stupid bitch. She's a dumb bitch.
I don't think that's the proper term there, John.
If activists acknowledge that Americans now largely accept LGBT people, the HRC might go out of business.
One of the aspects of the CEI is that
we have terrible haircuts for no reason.
It's all just black women.
Yeah.
Just taking orders from other
women?
Other people, but you know.
we are never going to reach a destination.
Of course, now America's politics have changed.
Donald Trump wants to erase us.
No, he doesn't.
The Democratic National Convention,
We are not going back.
Okay.
HRC's boss got lots of applause, but her corporate support has begun to shrink, partly because of Robbie Starbuck's posts.
This is not appropriate for kids, but Toyota...
What do you mean that's not appropriate for kids? The guy has two big balls tucked into his tight pants and he's wearing a dog thing. What's wrong with that? I don't get it. Huh? What do you mean? That's just a normal Disneyland parade.
Sponsored an event
It kind of is now.
Yeah.
guys like this walk
Remember when
around-
gay used to be 1 week?
Yep.
We used to have 1 week.
One day.
One day. And then it was 1 week.
Then it was week.
And
it's
now,
month. Now it's month.
now the straights get 1 week.
He's persuaded many companies to stop trying to please the Human Rights Campaign.
We came along and told people the story, and the backtracking began.
Major U.S. companies, Lowe's, Tractor Supply Now, and others will stop submitting data to LGBTQ plus advocacy group, the Human Rights Campaign.
Now, businesses can join whatever list they want, but they ought to do what's good for their business.
At the end of the day, that's all people want, is for businesses to do their business, not to virtue signal to us or to perpetuate a political idea.
I didn't care about business politics up until they started this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Well, they knew everybody was mad about the bank bailouts, and then Occupy Wall Street happened, and they had to they did the smart thing, which was they bought it out. They were like, "Yo, listen, here's the deal, right? Occupy Wall Street was like, we need to take down the system," and then a bunch of people showed up, and they were just playing hacky sack and smoking weed, and then they were like, "Hey, you know, it turns out a lot of people just liked the parades and the drugs, so they were like, if we just keep giving these people the parades and the drug part, they won't have anything to really
they
rail
don't really
against."
care. Yeah. Read some of these donations. Scoob said,
"Hey, Scoob,
who's Big Cranberry and why he's been lying to me?" The Betsaw says the Trump administration is too soft on illegals. I say we should only send back their heads. Ben Choda Chosa says, I'm personalizing metarded or we-tarded. Genocide Circus, the 300,000 number was a projected bias estimate given for extended use of the policies. The lies are ridiculous. Irish Serpent, all started by a man from New Zealand named John Money. He's in hell now. Ben Choafona says, more retarded lame jokes coming soon. So we have a
whoa, who's this Haas?
Okay, check it out.
Oh my God, tranny on tranny violence right here in front of us, lady.
That's really funny.
Oh my God, tranny on tranny violence right here in front of us, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, look at them struggle just to help somebody get up.
They're a mess.
Yeah, they're a mess. That one has a Charizard and an iPod Mini clipped to their belt.
Yeah, they're ready for the
That's not
revolution.
Yeah, bro.
Of our fucking city. Dog, what? I said, oh my God, tranny on tranny violence right here in
Nice Death Note shirt, dude.
front of us.
Say it louder.
She said it
said it.
several times.
You know you wearing pretty mask clothes. Charlie Kirk.
Whoa. Don't be calling people Charlie Kirk, man. No one. That's kind of,
Yeah.
listen, calling somebody tranny is like whatever, but like calling somebody Charlie Kirk, you can't take that shit back.
It'd be so funny if somebody goes, "Yeah, would he follow Charlie Kirk?" I go, "Hey, whoa, pal, you guys are the gay ones."
Yeah, not me. I'm not the gay guy. You guys are the gay guys, okay?
I'm just a detransitioner telling the truth to power.
Oh, so I
You
probably
guys
would
are
hate
the
you
adults
too.
in charge of our-
Look at this one.
Can I just say I've turned I hate detransitioners too. So it's like, so you became a fucking troon, you became a fucking mess, and now that you're not a troon, you want to join the right wing and be all detransition, but your first instinct is to still go out and just you went out and fought straight people for years, and now your first instinct is, oh, I'm better now. Now I'm gonna go out and fight trans people. No, just stop. There's something else wrong with you, detransitioners, and you're just chasing this weird thing. How about get out of politics? If, in my opinion, if you're a detransitioner, that means you admit, well, I thought I was trans. I started transitioning. Then I decided, no, I'm not a girl. I am a boy. Then I started detransitioning. You're a fucking two-time loser. You can't figure out anything. Why should we be listening to you?
No, I mean, listen, I agree. I think they're annoying.
I have more respect for people who are trans and then just stay trans because they went, you know
For
what?
as short of a time as that is.
I went through it, you know, and I decided now I've arrived at this place. I made my bed. I'm living in it. Not detransitioners. No, I want to be this, and then I want to be that, and then I want to be this. Nobody should take any of you seriously.
I don't. Don't worry about it.
I hate the detransitioners, man. They drive me nuts.
What
That
do you-
fucking Chloe Cole going on shows like with the pigtails being like, yeah, so I was a little boy in my teenage years. I want other little girls to not be like me. If you want little girls to not be like you, then get off the fucking TV screen, Frankenstein.
Vulnerable
Frank
while having full social
Frankentits.
Frankentits.
power to bully and abuse anyone you want while walking around looking like this gentleman.
Stone Butch Blues must have hit you fucking hard.
All right, whatever, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, what do you... no one... Listen, first of all...
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. Fuck.
Hoffman, Pa. Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do not have the right to put your hands on me. Calm down, sir.
Sir, calm down, sir.
It seems like you want to. You are not a woman,
Yeah,
sir.
you're not a woman.
I'm not a woman?
You are.
No, the
No, you're not.
penis said so.
All right, I'm not a woman. Okay, pal.
Oh, look at that! What is that? What is that? Oh,
Which one? What is which? What is all
Okay,
this?
hold on. There's a lot of things you can be talking about, sir.
Yeah, which thing?
bro, that looks like the gunner from a fucking Matrix ship. Like fucking.
Oh, this one? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like John Lennon, trans John Lennon.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, you're not a woman.
By the way, what would any of you do? Like, honestly, you guys are not intimidating people. You don't
You're not
intimidate-
doing shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but
Seattle police guys like, these guys suck.
women are not born with dicks.
Women are not born with dicks. That's fair.
News flash. A woman is an adult human female.
Yeah. Other species that evolved to switch genders that are also more than likely invertebrate.
Yeah, hey, bitch, are you a bullfrog? I mean, I know you look like one, but you're not, so it doesn't work for you. I love that
Yeah,
argument. It's like, yeah, oh, reptiles actually transition. Cool, lizard, but we're people.
Yeah,
and we
you-
don't. Monkeys don't. Monkeys don't.
This completely different species of animal does this thing, so that means that like it's totally cool for me to stick a glass fucking
Yeah. No, you're right. And they all, fucking lizards also eat flies. Like, fuck off.
Let me cut your arm off, see if it grows back.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Do you have a cloaca?
I know it's not
Fucking
gonna grow
dumbass.
back. Your penis.
It is a human being who has grown to adulthood, whose reproductive system is organized around
What are you, freestyle rapping?
the production of large gametes.
You know what? Wouldn't it just be funny? You should not do this, and I condone any sort of violence. But if it just grab the leash and went and bop right on the floor.
A woman is not an identity.
Why are you arguing with crazy people? You're
Because
not gonna
I need
argue
to
with-
get to break.
No, not you. Not you. Yeah, not you.
Oh,
right?
sorry.
They-
Sorry, Virtue.
No. Everyone understands why we're covering this.
Sorry, Virtue.
Like, what is the point of like argue? You can't argue schizophrenia out of somebody's head. You're not gonna argue-
But I ain't gonna stop trying.
It's a good point. It's a good point. You know what? Carry on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop trying. No. You kidding me?
Stereotypes.
So what about intersex people?
What about them, dude?
They don't exist.
Intersex is literally a DSD that runs from a fucking sex binary. It's a deviation. All people who are intersex are either male or female with
That's actually true.
deviations radiation. Stop appropriating
What? Stop
a
yelling.
medical condition.
I would just start breakdancing in front of him. That would really fuck him up. Be like, huh, 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 huh.
I just think we should be allowed to push all these people into a volcano. Also, again, both sides.
Yeah, to be fair,
Both
we wanna
sides,
be
yeah.
fair. We want to be fair.
Anybody who's screaming like that in the middle of the afternoon while I'm walking by with like an ice cream cone and I'm just in the neighborhood, and you're now bothering me, I want you thrown into a furnace or dumpster or something. All of you, everyone yelling downtown in the middle of the afternoon, right? We could agree? Just straight to prison?
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
Guys, if you want to catch tomorrow's show, revengeofthesys.locals.com or patreon.com/we're not sorry for just $7. You get every Wednesday show, half of Friday shows, and of course, all of our movie riffs. Everyone really liked the Y2K movie riff. This month's movie riff will be boat trips for Pride Month. We're going to be watching boat trips.
The gay boat movie.
The gay boat movie.
The horny Roger Moore movie. That's
I want to see the gay boat movie.
We're going to be watching that. So, guys, if you're over on Rumble down below, there's locals. If you're over on YouTube, look at the description of the video. There's a Patreon or locals link, whichever one, $7 a month. You get all the content, and you get the podcast audio version right after the show with no commercials. Like with about 10 minutes after it's up, I usually have it up for you guys. No, it takes a little longer on the regular RSS feed, and it has commercials. You don't have to pay for it there, and you help us keep doing this show and saying whatever we want. We'll be right back. Stay where you're at.
Everything There are no conspiracies. They're all fake junk.
But what about George Soros controlling the Federal Reserve from an underground bunker?
Francine, he's Jewish. That's what he should be doing. He's helping us. You're all worked up over nothing. Oh, look, almost time for someone's favorite program.
Morning mimosa?
Mwah. That's right. Just sit back and let gentle morning infotainment fill your head.
Up next, what our frisky newlywed hamsters can teach you about pleasing your lover in bed.
Second hour. ROTC, thank you for staying with us. Today's a Tuesday show. Tomorrow is our Patreon and local show, so make sure you tune into that. Those have been really fun. We've been covering Love on the Spectrum. I mean, that has been... I genuinely look forward to that every week.
Yeah, I'm so glad we escaped the black, sassy hair women.
That chair's still out there.
It's still out there.
It's still out there.
And I want to know what's going on with DeMarco's trifling ass.
Yeah,
that
should have been the show.
him.
That should have been the show.
We needed the fat women to truly appreciate the autists.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
This is 7 News at 10. Now at 10, and on just one station, 2 violent and vicious attacks.
Jesus.
First,
it was a bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath.
Whoa, that looks...
And his wheelchair.
An elderly man,
An 82-year-old too, bro. Like, if I see that much blood on like a 20-something-year-old, I'm like, damn.
But
you
an
know.
82-year-old, that's fucking. Come
Yeah,
on,
you're
man.
like, man, come on, bro.
Beating.
And he banged the bottle and broke it on his head.
Oh.
Police race to save a woman stalked and stabbed.
Damn.
The night team working both alarming attacks.
Good evening. We're going to begin with what police are calling one man's random act of rage.
A war veteran trying to enjoy a day at the beach, falling victim to a senseless act of violence.
By
the
whom?
night team, Samantha Sosa, is live in Miami Beach.
By whom?
Where that man
Well, I
was
think this ugly
attacked.
bitch is going to tell
Samantha.
us. I think this
God.
this hideous woman is going to give us the breakdown of this story.
Yeah, put her back under the stairs. Jesus.
Ma'am, you're distractingly ugly.
Okay, bro. So like, literally, dude, like I was out
It's
here,
not
like the
gonna-
brother
come
beating her, like her in the fucking head, bro. Like that shit's fucking crazy, dude.
It's never that.
No, it's gonna be a very subdued Cuban accent.
Lynn Craig, this walking
Lynn Craig,
Full
this
white.
walking
Full
area
white.
here.
Full white. Full white
path
girl.
was much busier than
I wasn't born in Hialeah. I was born in Miami Lakes.
I'm what you call third generation.
That's right.
it is tonight.
I don't even understand Spanish.
My family speaks Spanish. Will talk shit about me during the holidays. Back to you.
when a man randomly violently attacked an 82-year-old military veteran and his caregiver tonight.
And the caregiver?
She is speaking.
Well, the caregiver did a terrible job.
And you got to understand, this is an 82-year-old war veteran, so this guy fought at a time when we still pretended to take these wars seriously.
Yeah, it was cool wars.
Out, though she does not want to show her face. She wants everyone to know what
I have Gulf War syndrome. Shut up.
Get over yourself.
Loser.
happened.
Try fighting in a jungle, pussy.
Yeah, seriously. You guys were listening to fucking what were you guys listening to? Billy Ray Cyrus and that shit? Fuck
Oh
outta
no, we're fighting in the desert with a clear line of sight, and we have space lasers. Get over yourself.
Oh, yeah. Try fighting with an M16 that wants to blow itself up.
Yeah, with an STD from a Thai hooker you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Do that one.
An 82-year-old man in a wheelchair drenched in blood after a vicious attack on South Beach over Memorial Day weekend.
It was a bath, a bloodbath.
A
The poor
bloodbath.
thing in his wheelchair, feel helpless myself, not able to do anything.
You're a terrible caregiver.
His caregiver speaking out.
Ma'am,
Wednesday.
you let this happen to this
They-
man.
You can see
frankly,
it's
you
like-
should be facing criminal charges.
I feel like if I had an old person and I had to like get them taken care of, I would make sure that they had like an armed nurse.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna take Grandpa Pop out on the fucking wheelchair into the park every day, I want you to have a fucking piece on you. And if anybody tries to hit him with a bottle, I want you to just mag dump
No,
him
I
on
want
center mass.
I want the nurse also to look like the White House chef, the big black guy, that guy in a fucking nurse outfit walking around.
Some wounds of her own.
guy's
after
jacked.
She says this man came at them with a.
Oh.
He seems totally normal.
I don't know. You think he's crazy?
Hey, can I say something though? We all thought it was going to go one way.
And it went the other way.
It went the other way. Look,
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit when I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
White guy.
glass bottle of tequila for absolutely no reason.
You're an animal. That's all he came to me, and I got in shock.
It happened Saturday afternoon on the walking path at
By the
South
way, this
Point
is just a Tuesday in Florida.
Yeah.
Drive following the Air and Sea show. She and her patient were leaving South Point Park when they heard a man screaming.
I am going to kill the lesbian. I am.
Okay, I wasn't.
There's a turn for you.
Gonna kill
Did he
the
think
gay.
the old man was an old lady?
I am gonna kill the pedophilia. All of a
Okay.
sudden,
Oh,
But he was being redundant.
he
Oh,
ran
he
on
was
top
one of
and
those.
Bang.
So then I says to him, I say, why don't you just stop the pedophilia, and then I think it'll nip the other one in the bud.
On his face, right on his nose.
The man also tried attacking the caregiver, but according to the police report, the wheelchair-bound veteran put his arm out to block the strike, and the defendant struck him again.
Dude's still like, hey, that's my Cuban caregiver. Leave her alone.
Smashing the bottle on the left side of his head.
He's tall and strong, no matter that he's in a wheelchair. But he went like this to protect me.
She began yelling for help and says 3 young men stopped the attack.
No.
knocking
So
the
it
suspect
seems
the
to me
ground
like
where-
3 young men took some liberties with old boy because he
looks like.
smashed an 80-year-old in the head with a bottle.
They beat the shit out of this guy.
Welcome to
He would
Florida.
stay in until police arrived.
Hell yeah.
Thanks to those 3 angels.
Honestly, it's fucking Florida. You're lucky they didn't have guns.
Yeah.
Ass whooping is a gentle way to go out on Miami
That they
Beach.
were around.
Police arresting 54-year-old Eric Dufresne. He's listed as homeless but has countless social media pages with everything
Of
from
course they all do, because every goddamn shitty-ass Panera Bread and McDonald's has Wi-Fi. What are you going to do about
poetry
it?
and politics to rants about pedophiles and violent criminals. Now he's accused of being a violent offender himself, charged with aggravated battery on an elderly person with a deadly weapon.
I think that this man should be kept in jail.
By the way, they do not treat pedophiles kindly in jail. That's true. You know who else they don't treat kindly? People who beat up old people. They do not like that in there either. I'm just saying.
It still cracks me up, though. People still live this, like, daydream world where they're like, oh, you're a pedo going to jail? Good luck. You're not getting out of there alive. Yeah, they will. They'll be fine. It turns out that they are... Here's a nice black pill for you. There's so many pedophiles now. They have their own jails.
Oh.
So in Florida, they have have their own chomo jail now. So instead of having a hierarchy where you're like, ah, shit, these chomos are going to run into all these other guys and just keep getting beat up, they're like, why don't we just stick them all in a building in Acadia? And that's what they did. So really, it's just...
Any schools by there?
Not yet, but it's Acadia, so not good ones.
Oh.
Some new details about a deadly shooting at a Checkers restaurant in Kissimmee.
Which happens.
It's on brand. What's the problem?
It happens.
A worker allegedly shot a customer after he complained about his order.
Yeah, the victim asked to speak to a manager just before he was shot. Fox 35 Stephanie Buffmonte is live at that restaurant with the latest.
Stephanie. Not looking good today. What's going on
That's
here?
the Checkers by the Fun Spot. Oh, that's Checkers by Old Town. That's a Checkers by Old Town.
So Stephanie, that suspect was in court today.
It sucks, too, because every once in a while I like to get the Baconzilla there, but they'll put mayo on it, even though I said no mayo. And now I know better if they put mayo on it than to even think of going back.
I wouldn't go back, yeah.
Yes, and those new shocking details were released today. According to a witness, this could have potentially been over a packet of mayo.
Nice.
Okay.
Now, one person is behind bars and another person is dead. And this happened in a busy area, as you can see, right in Old Town, which is...
I knew it. I know exactly where that is.
Near Fun
It's a nice
Spot.
place. Oh, so it is the one by Fun Spot in Old Town.
Old Town, yeah.
The defendant will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey in an orange jumpsuit and cuffs, making a first appearance in court Friday. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder. Osceola County
Oh,
deputies
he killed
say
the guy.
it was all over a fast food customer complaining about his meal. A witness said he was possibly asking for mayo packets.
Possibly.
The arrest affidavit says Wesley
This guy looks like a cool dude, too.
Robertson
He
asked
does
to
look like a white guy that would be at the Checkers in Old Town.
Yes.
speak with the manager several times after ordering from the front window at Checkers Wednesday night.
Look, I'm not defending Checkers. Number one, a Baconzilla combo's $12. Suck my dick. But also,
It's pretty good though.
No, I know. But also, but you went to a Checkers, dude, and you're gonna go fucking talk to the manager. When you go to Checkers, you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like, Checkers isn't a place you go to complain.
Do you know what happens when I get a Baconzilla and it has a little mayo on it, even before they're shooting? I go, God damn it. And then I try to wipe off some of the mayo, and then I'm like, I'm just going to eat the fucking burger.
Deputies say that's when Mackey climbed out of a drive-through window, walked around the side of the building, and started arguing with Robertson. According to an arrest report, that's when Robertson used derogatory language to insult Mackey.
What kind of language?
What did he call him? A
wasn't-
retard?
This wasn't about mayonnaise.
Let me guess.
Well, in a way, it was.
Let me guess. He called him a filthy burger disruptor. A filthy,
In response,
filthy fucking, a poor burger maker.
Mackey pulled a gun out of his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest. He fell headfirst into the building.
Mackey asked for a packet of mayo, to which Robertson replied, I thought you guys didn't like mayo, to which Mackey pulled out a gun.
In the chest, he fell headfirst into the building. The employee ran
At
toward
what
the
kind of force?
slingshot ride and then to Celebration Suites nearby. We spoke with people staying there.
Wait, he did what? Hold on, let me hear that again.
The employee ran toward the slingshot ride and then to
Did he ride it?
Celebration Suites nearby. We spoke with people staying there.
Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, let's go to Checkers.
Celebration Suites isn't nice.
I want, a hamburger meal, or
Yeah, we know how
whatever it is.
Checkers works.
It
God,
is.
this is the people you're
Yeah.
going to get at Celebration Suites.
I know. In Old Town. On 190.
By the way, these people come and they pay to stay in a motel that I wouldn't be caught dead at if I had no place to stay that night.
Well, somebody was caught dead.
But I'm just saying, right? Like, if you had to like get only that one of those hotels or sleep in your car for the night, you sleep in your car for the night, right?
Well, something you have to understand. People are not looking at this. You understand. This guy's so stupid. He ran to the Celebration Suites. I need you to understand something. It's not like he went to go hide it in a hotel far away. The Celebration Suites shares the same parking lot as the Checkers. It's in this. They're in the same thing. He just walked across to the Celebration.
Some motherfuckers just don't know how to get out the hood.
Next thing you know, you're gone. I mean, how does that happen?
Mayo.
Somebody, yes, you call somebody the N-word and then they shoot you at a Checkers.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It's sad. It's really sad.
You don't know if you can ever voice your opinion, you know, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone weighing
Oh, well, that's Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone.
in.
Obviously, this individual will have their day in court, but based on the information that we have seen so far, it'll be very, very difficult for them to defend their actions. And it's unfortunate because it could have been avoided.
He says it's important to talk to your kids about controlling their emotions.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No,
Talking to your kids.
I'll be honest. That's the most based fucking outcome for this story. It's Florida, so it's not one of those like, oh well, it's guns are the problem. Take away your guns. It's we're one of the only places in the world where they're like, yeah, maybe tell your kids to stop, acting like a bad burger maker out of Checkers.
Well, okay. Would this bother you? Yeah, just standing in front of the bus and not moving, so now the bus can't move on purpose because it's funny.
Can't do this in Florida.
No, because in Florida, you're allowed to run them over. It's New York, though. You get what you pay for, And by the way, nothing happens. They don't care. They don't fucking care. Speaking of not caring, shout out to the Park Sloppers. And the reason I'm bringing this up, this isn't a Park Slopper video, but I went to the Park Sloppers TikTok, and did you know on TikTok you could repost other people's videos? Well, I went to all their TikToks, and I saw all the other videos they've been reposting. And boy, did they unlock a new world. So let me just show you some of the people that the Park Sloppers like to signal boost.
Oh, okay.
If you don't think you look good enough for photos, you look good enough to be remembered.
Ma'am, I could never forget you, okay? Like 9/11, it's a tragedy.
You look good enough to be celebrated.
These gay little fucking girly fucking ugh.
Yeah, you're beautiful enough.
You deserve to be remembered. Every human spirit has value. No, they don't. And no, you don't. No one's going to remember you.
None of them do.
If you don't think you look good enough for photos, you look good enough to be remembered. You look good enough to be celebrated. You look good enough to be...
Yeah, compared to you.
Ma'am, the only time I want to celebrate with something that looks like you is the Macy's Day Parade, okay?
Can I try? Can I try?
Mm-hmm.
Large Queen, you look good enough to be laughed at. You look good enough to be pointed at. You look good enough to be made fun of.
Look good enough to be bathed in love with your family because your family members, your
Well,
kids, your
it's
partner,
not even...
She's like, you deserve to be bathed in love. Well, hosed down outside with love, but
hosed down with mild affection, maybe. Bathed in love.
your partners.
I can't get you in the love tub. We're gonna have to just shoot water at you outside.
You are loved as you are today, not in the body that we
You're
think
just
we will
fat,
have.
you're
or might
ugly,
have or
too.
used to
It's kinda
have.
sad.
You are loved as you are today. If you don't think
No, this body positivity bullshit. It is so. I know it's low hanging fruit. All right, I don't want to upset. What was that guy's name? The fat guy that we had on, Fat Tested Travel. What was it?
Yeah, whatever.
I like that they
What
always
was
say
his
these
actual
weird
name? I don't know.
I love when they say these weird phrases like "the body I have now," and it's like you're in a Gundam, like you're fucking you're wearing power armor,
Right.
and don't worry, you're gonna get the Exo 2 power armor someday. But right now, you just have the T-45. No, it's your body. It's
Now,
you.
I want to show you guys something. There's this group, and I promise you they're going to blow up soon, but they're not that big right now. They only have 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. These guys are fucking hilarious, and I'm going to show you a video, okay? Here you go. The group is called Paid Vacation.
Kill Tony, the video game.
God, the mothership is so cool. Elon freaking Musk.
This is awesome. How do you even play?
Well, you got to pick your character first.
Choose your character.
So you can either do average white guy, which is hard mode, black guy,
medium mode, easy mode,
And then
disabled
retard.
guy,
I knew
or
it.
you can do chick with big tits, which is super easy mode.
Big tits are hilarious.
The bigger, the funnier.
straight white guy.
Who's on the panel?
I just did random select, so I got Bill Cosby and then Adam Ray as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Adam Ray is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ray as SpongeBob SquarePants.
God, he is so good. You can't even tell it's him.
This is amazing.
Are you ready for the best video game you've ever played in your
fucking live?
Okay, this is great.
So they give you 3 prompts. You have to make a joke. Okay, so here's mine. So
Gay black one line.
So I have to make
Gay
a joke
black
out of
one
these
line.
3. Okay, here we go. I have a gay black friend. I guess you could say he has Kool-Aids.
That's pretty funny.
Best.
Trigger word combo.
This is the hardest part of the game. This is the interview.
Wait, it
Yep.
gets nuts at the end.
Basically, you have to say something shocking and personal about yourself to impress Tony. If Tony doesn't like your interview, it's game over.
So, tell us something interesting about yourself.
When I was 7 years old, I molested my uncle.
This really is Kill Tony in a nutshell.
Yep.
I fucking love it.
Okay, that's so
That's how
funny.
it's done, boys. Take notes.
Now that
Watch.
was fucking epic. The next big comedy star, perhaps. Here's a golden notebook. Keep up the good.
I love the
fucking work.
Zelda sound.
Dude, you got a notebook.
The highest honor in Austin comedy.
And now you go outside and you try to get laid by telling women that you were on Kill Tony this past week. Hi, I was on Kill Tony this week. Will you have sex with me?
No, get away from me.
Get over here. Come here, bitch.
That is really
These
funny.
guys are fucking
Dude,
funny. They
show
have
them the country buffet
I got
one.
you.
Oh my god.
I got you. Where is it?
Because that almost had us. We thought it was someone just showing us that for the millionth time, right?
Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay,
think
check
it's like
this
their
one out.
newest one.
So, you know that country time buffet video that I'm sure
Oh,
you've
of course.
seen?
Yeah, everyone's seen it a million times.
Okay, well, they added themselves to it and did something. Just check it out.
Yeah, there's a little AI magic.
You're gonna love this. I was dying.
Greeting and serving guests. Start a brief conversation.
Give me that.
You might ask something like this.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Just the roast beef, please.
Or this.
Is it still hot out there?
Yeah.
Or this.
Have you ever heard the phrase blumpkin?
What? Or this.
Did you see that huge mess in the men's bathroom? I think it was from a trans person.
These guys are fucking hilarious. Also, can I show you, since he's doing a throwback video, he put an old logo Tampa Bay Buccaneers shirt on.
That is a very old
cool.
Tampa
Yeah,
Bucs
I like that
shirt.
shirt too.
Can I just get some meat, please?
Or this.
So what kind of freaky shit do you and your wife do in the bedroom?
Why is this happening?
Or this.
Do you believe in second chances for murderers?
Bro, my phone is in my pocket. You are ruining my algorithm as we speak.
Or this.
You know, if you put enough salt and pepper on human meat, it tastes just like roast beef.
What? Fuck it, I'll take the lasagna.
All right.
What the hell was that, Bobby? Normal conversations. This is a buffet, not Craigslist.
Not Craigslist.
Don't forget to hold quick
This is
conversations
hilarious.
with our younger guests, too. So start conversations with children by saying something like this.
Do you know I got kicked out of the Barbie movie?
Jesus.
What?
Or this.
Do you know what a restraining order is? Shit.
Or this.
Do you like gladiator movies?
Or this. Yes.
Can I please hit your vape? Daddy's fiending.
Daddy's fiending.
Daddy's fiending.
Can I hit your vape? Daddy's fiending is the worst.
Oh, fuck.
Or this.
You think adults should have Snapchat? Anyways, you should add me on Snapchat.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Or this.
Do you know where I can score some coke?
Or this.
Do you think pedophiles know about midgets?
Or
Fantastic.
These guys, I'll put the link in the chat for everybody. These guys fucking rule. They're hilarious.
Or this.
Why do people make it feel illegal to have a foot fetish? I bet those shoes hurt. You can take them off if you'd like.
Hey, do me a favor and never talk to my kid again, okay? Lasagna was good, though. Hey, you didn't eat any of that roast beef, did you?
All right.
The name of the group is a Paid Vacation, These guys are fucking.
Are they based in Tampa?
I have no idea. I don't know where they're based. I have no idea.
No other guy would have a 70s Buck shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, let me know. These guys are fucking funny, man. All right. All right. Here we go.
It's dramatic body cam of a police officer
What?
rushing to help his partner who has been shot. But there are no armed suspects in sight. Turns out the officer says his own gun discharged without him even pulling the trigger.
Nice.
Without him pulling.
Guess what gun they're talking about?
Oh, no. Is it the SIG?
Body cam of a police officer rushing to help his partner who has been shot. But there are no armed suspects in sight. Turns out the officer says his own
It
gun
looks like they're from Nashville.
Okay.
Charged without him even pulling the trigger. So how could this happen? Lisa Guerrero investigates.
What if the SIG isn't as bad as they made it out to be, but now every retarded cop who's like having a misfire is like, yeah, it was every negligent discharge.
Fucking
It's not
SIG.
Those fucking SIGs.
Damn it! I had a
Everybody hang in there.
Glock.
It's a
P20.
Shooting, but not like you think. There was a shooter?
Yeah. There wasn't? It just went off? Okay.
It just went off. That's right. This officer almost died after he says his own gun fired by itself without him ever pulling the trigger. It's called an unintentional discharge.
It's a desk pop. It's called
No.
a desk pop.
Listen here, ma'am, because you want to make the cops look good so that they, they'll play ball with you. It's called a negligent discharge.
Yeah.
But you don't want to use that word because then it indicates
No.
that maybe the people.
No, a negligent discharge means that it was a user error that caused it.
Oh,
Unintentional
I'm actually
discharge.
forgetting. Yes, I forgot once again. It was a SIG. I did go
Yeah,
off by itself.
it literally just go off.
That
dude.
is true. All right, yeah, you're right.
And they've proven it.
Experts say incidents like these have
Are hilarious.
happened for years with the same pistol lots of cops carry.
Okay, I have a question. I know this question's going to sound crazy. Why do they keep using it then?
Oh, because SIG has is got some really shady shit going on with our government.
Yeah, you know how
Where-
you know how contract negotiations work in the government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
Sig
like,
Sauer
dude, the
P3
Sig Spear, the new rifle we're gonna be using, is a fucking disaster. Apparently.
Oh, that
It
might
is not going well.
that might actually be why they were so secretive about it at range day. Remember, they made you fill out all the forms and do a thumbprint, and we're like, I'm not doing all
Yeah,
that.
I'm not doing that to shoot this gun. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a
P20.
piece of shit.
This cop says it suddenly happened to him as he got out of his cruiser.
Oh God, that's so terrifying,
That sucks.
though.
That sucks.
Explain to me how a gun goes off getting out of the car.
And in Connecticut,
Oh shit, dude, this is fucking very tense.
It's just anytime you bump
this
it,
cop
it
says
can just
his
go
Sig
off.
Sauer P320
Like,
went
at
off
all.
by itself during a scuffle with a suspect.
I heard a loud bang.
In this 2022 incident,
My gun just went off.
deputies appear shocked after Maine Sheriff Deputy David Cole says his Sig Sauer P320 sidearm fired by itself, shooting him in the leg while
shit.
still holstered.
Oh, the P320, isn't that the modular one?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a problem. Hey,
Why
this is
did
a
the
video-
cops buy a gun that can be? Oh, this is.
Say, it turns out those
Hey.
guns ain't too sig sweet, eh? They?
Oh my God.
So I just sent you a video. You don't even have to play it, Royce, but it's a video from 7 years ago of a guy doing a drop test, and it goes off the first time.
Oh my God. Okay, here it is.
Drop test and a 40 caliber. It's got a prime case and then a dummy round on top with a full magazine underneath.
Okay.
So we're gonna drop it from about arm's length. Go ahead.
Holy
son of a bitch. So
Son of a bitch.
Immediately.
Wasn't even
Yeah.
touching it just went off. Yeah, it went down, Bob.
It's still in the holster, isn't it?
I immediately fell to the ground. Everybody else came running towards me to render aid,
Oh yeah,
yelling, "Where's the shooter?"
because you needed attention that bad, you big baby.
Yeah.
And I was wondering. the same
Actually, they
thing.
were putting a tourniquet on him. He was shot in the
what
thigh,
could be
bro.
going on?
That's got to be the scariest feeling in the world. If I was ever shot in the thigh, Because you're automatically just going to assume, oh, it's the femoral artery. I'm dead.
I'm dying.
Like, right? It wouldn't matter if it was a flesh wound or a deep shot. Like, you're going to automatically go, oh, God, femoral artery, I'm fucking dead. Even though the odds are very low that they'll actually hit the femoral artery. And if you get shot in the thigh, like, even if it's not a major injury, that bitch is going to bleed like a fucking stabbed pig. You know? That's a juicy part of the body.
Shot in general is pretty not cool.
Oh, yeah, no, but I'm just saying in the thigh, like anywhere around your core where your central body is, that's going to just be gushing blood. Even if it's not a deadly wound, you're just going to go, I'm dying.
Shoot more easily and quicker than other guns.
Cole's attorney, Bob Zimmerman, is suing Sig Sauer on his behalf.
Yeah, good. I mean, come on.
He says he
And
believes
Sig's
one
been
reason
like
the
lying
unintentional-
to everybody about this and like gaslighting everyone, fucking putting out like all kinds of wild shit.
I'll put it this way. Sig has treated the release of the P320 kind of the same way Bethesda treated the release of Starfield.
Yeah.
They just go on message boards and go, nah, you're the fucking dumb one. You don't understand guns. And you're like, my gun was sitting in my closet, and it just went off. Like, nah, you know what? Negligent use. That's what we would say. You're like, I was in Key West. I wasn't even home.
Is because of
I shot my water heater.
So you weren't there to see exactly what happened then.
the gun's
Just trying they're trying to duck out any way they can.
Our office now represents over 100 victims who have been injured by the P320 without their fingers touching the trigger.
Someone could die. Someone could be seriously injured.
It's a miracle someone hasn't yet. It's wild someone hasn't died from this shit.
Turns out in some cases, guns do kill people.
We have to put safety first.
Monica Alexander.
Yeah, why don't you
runs the
try
Washington
why don't you
State
put a
Criminal
safety
Justice
on the
Training
P320?
Commission, says after this close call happened at a police training center in Washington State, she had no choice but to ban the P320 from their training programs.
We have 3 people that are saying we had an unintentional discharge.
So it went off without the recruit's finger on the trigger?
That is correct.
Firearms instructor Chris Travis showed us how he believes the misfire happened.
The recruit officer drew his firearm out of the holster, and as it came up, the back of the firearm impacted his exterior body armor that the officers wear.
Wow.
And when that impact happened, the firearm itself discharged a bullet into the ground.
I'd like to see Sig Sauer be held accountable, first of all. And second of all, do what's right and keep law enforcement safe. Whatever that
and
means.
I've got the update. Turns out 6 Hour just got one of the most profitable small arms contracts with our military ever. And the rifle is fucking awful. The best comment I seen about the Sig Spear is every infantryman thinks about the rifle that they wish it was heavier and needed batteries.
Genocide Circus and the crazy guy was given a bottle of the Rock's new tequila. I'd be irrationally mad too. Ugh. Genocide Circus. Ironically, someone could have gotten off the bus, beat that guy's ass, get arrested, and still be out in time to catch the next bus.
New one for tonight, a warning from the Pittsburgh Public School District after several elementary school students were found with stamped bags of heroin.
Elementary school.
Okay, first of all, right, like
they're called entrepreneurs.
I mean, like everything is like bullshit fent now. Where are these kids getting the good stuff?
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 report.
What? This school is awesome.
All right, let's go to the hottest girl in Pittsburgh.
Felicity Taylor is live with what the district is telling
Where,
families
behind
tonight.
her?
Felicity.
No, seriously, it's Pittsburgh, Pessy. Trust me. You been to Pittsburgh?
Felicity's the second prettiest
Yeah, I know.
girl
I've
in
been with
Pittsburgh.
you, man. We were in that Wawa. I saw them.
No, that was Philly.
She was
Pittsburgh's worst.
She was the second
Oof.
prettiest girl in Pittsburgh. She had a prettier sister, but she moved out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Well, Chandy, like you said, multiple students were found with these bags of heroin here at Dilworth just yesterday. Now, Dilworth is a charter school.
It's a charter school with heroin? Okay.
School, excuse me. It teaches students from pre-K through 5th grade. We don't know specifically, though, how
No,
many
poor kids get charter school vouchers in like places like Pittsburgh and shit like that.
Is there more on this story? This is short. There has to be more.
or what grades they were in that had the heroin. The school sending out a notice to all families telling them to check their kids' backpacks last night. This picture that they sent out to parents yesterday shows 6 bags of heroin that were confiscated. They have the phrase "take off" on them.
R.I.P.
The school said they were in touch with all of the families of the kids who were found with the heroin, though. They said, quote, "While we have been in contact with the families of those students directly, as an added precaution, we have shared this information with all Dilworth families to ensure student safety." The school and police are telling parents that if they do find the heroin or any other banned substance in their children's backpacks,
It had to have been like some dealer thought like cops were following him or some shit, and he like threw it over the fence or something like that.
And you think
It
the
had to be
kids just
something
picked
like
it
that.
up? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like-
Pittsburgh police are investigating to figure out where this heroin came from and how these kids got it.
And it wasn't fentanyl, like you said.
Oh,
that
hold
there-
on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Huh?
Never mind. Never mind. This is an old story where another time where Pittsburgh kids, where a 7-year-old gave heroin to his classmates.
Nuts. Pittsburgh is
Sorry,
lit,
different
y'all.
story.
And another 19 exclusive on the beach, the ambush and attack of a woman there. The night team Sheldon Fox is live with the exclusive body cam video as police try to help the victim. Sheldon?
The stalking and the stabbing happening right here, Craig.
What
We
was the
showed
ripping and the tearing?
Yeah.
it to you last week, but after the horror, there was the help that came.
All right. Oh my God. Hell yeah.
You're watching the rush to save a wounded woman who seconds earlier
Look, was stabbed.
Yo.
stabbed.
What?
Yeah, man.
Her husband.
Was it an elite? Her husband, her ex-husband.
I will say, man, I will say one thing I like about Florida is people will generally get involved around here.
Did you
Like,
see how
can't-
quickly somebody ran over there
Yeah,
too? That
you
was
can't
wild.
just go slashing a bitch in the face like at a mall or like in a public setting. Like a bunch of people. Everybody in Florida is kind of cranky. It's hot out. We're all kind of looking for a fight.
Yeah.
So it's like if you see something like that, 6 of you are gonna. People that don't even know each other are all gonna go. You want to go? Yeah, let's go stop the shit out of that. Everybody's
stabbed her in the
mixing it.
neck. Watching the rush to save a wounded woman who seconds earlier.
Watch, this guy stabbed her, and then some
Yeah,
dude
you see
comes
somebody
immediately
running right
comes
away.
running
As soon as
across.
she screamed.
Her husband, her ex-husband. Body camera footage obtained exclusively by 7 News shows the frantic effort to help 44-year-old Carmen Rodriguez, whose face is blurred by the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office to protect her identity.
And also the wound in her neck.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
Rushed to the hospital and is now said to be recovering after
What
dealing
did
with
she
a
do to that man?
Yeah, what did she do to that dad to turn
What
crazy?
What did you do to earn this?
If there's one thing I learned about these Hispanic couples, bro, they're both a problem.
Yeah.
So whatever it was, they're both toxic as
Yeah.
fuck.
Rage here in the 900 block of Normandy.
Like, never get involved in a Hispanic domestic violence incident, because, like, even if you do and you try to be a white knight simp, it's gonna the woman eventually you're gonna see her talking to the cops, going, "No, it's okay, like, because I stabbed him like last week too, so like
And
this
then,
is how
and
we
by
are."
the way, and then they'll both gang up on you.
They will turn. That's not just Hispanics though. That's any terrible toxic couple. If you try to get involved, especially if they're both like druggies and like
Yeah.
codependent, they will turn on you and beat your fucking ass together.
To the 4-inch gash before medics arrive. Officers also try to learn about her attacker and where he went.
Priority.
Not seen in this footage is Rodriguez's bloody neck, which is the main priority for first responders.
Yeah!
As witnesses yell out the direction of where the offender ran. These surveillance images we first showed you last week feature
Venezuelan would be my guess, but let's find out.
the accused stabber, who the crying Rodriguez tells cops is the estranged father to her children and who traveled across the country.
Across the country?
to carry out the broad daylight sidewalk crime last month. She said she moved to South Florida months ago to separate herself from the subject, 49-year-old Aliomar Acosta Perez. Shortly after the stabbing, detectives say Perez hit the road before being caught by police just east of Tallahassee. He's since been brought back to and booked in Miami-Dade. An accused attempted murdering suspect now facing trial for this.
Dude. Yeah, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Fuck,
Came all the way
man.
came from Vegas.
Again,
she
obviously,
did something.
yeah, that's the thing. We have to also be honest and be like, all
If
right,
he came all the way from Vegas, man, she did something.
What was it? What happened that made this happen? Okay, this one's crazy.
Now to a shocking story from Fort Pierce, a mother facing charges for allegedly killing her 6-year-old son.
Authorities believe the child may have died during an exorcism.
During an exorcism. Mm-hmm.
For all the
This
stories
is
we
that
got out of
demons
South
took
Florida,
their
this
baby.
feels like it should have been a South Florida one. That's weird.
Yeah.
Local 10's Janice Fernandez, who has this story for us right now in the newsroom with the details here. Janice.
Eric, Alex, this is
That's
such
right.
a
I'm here in the
tragic
very special layoff offices. Again, don't use this shot anymore after you've laid off 70% of your workforce.
story. It's a bizarre
Yeah, this looked cool
story.
in the 90s when you guys had a full staff.
And deputies say the boy
We
had been
talking
dead.
exorcism? What did they get footage of me in the bathroom after a lunch at Katz's?
Oh, put it on the board.
Oh, it's gone. I'm already got it
For
open.
several days before anyone was notified, and now his mother is behind bars.
From what I understand, this kid just lit the room up and was just loved
With
by
fire. He probably was possessed. That's why they were doing the exorcism.
everybody. And so they're all going to be
Oh, we back? Good. Boom.
Remains behind bars this morning after being denied bond Saturday on a second-degree murder charge.
She had a lot of highs and lows during the investigation, from
bipolar,
laughing at different times at the scene, to
bipolar,
crying.
It was around 10 a.m. Friday when a deputy showed up to the home on Bedford Drive after the school reported his more than 2-week absence. That deputy came face to face with the mom before she personally took them to her son's bedroom.
What we did learn in speaking with the mother, she believed she was being told by God to basically exorcise demons out of the child's body.
Uh-oh.
And when the child had stopped moving and basically passed away, at that point, she felt the child had been released of those demons.
Yeah. Well,
okay, I can't. That's gross. Let's do something else.
gay.
Mersh, the thing that we need is we're old now, okay? So what we need someone on YouTube. This is Men's Fashion Year, to tell us the do's and don'ts of fashion, okay?
Oh, God. No. Oh, my God.
We're doing it, Pessy. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make Mersh watch this.
Horse-faced cunt.
Who's this monster?
Get ready.
Stop! If you're over the age of 30 and have any of these items, then odds are you look like an immature teenager to most people.
Says the person dressed
Yeah,
with a
and you
fucking
look like
Target
most
outfit.
We don't want that. Hey, you. I know for a fact that men struggle with this item because I see it almost daily. Shorts. Now, it is essential that you know which shorts to wear as you age. The following
It's essential.
4 varieties do not work for
I
guys
thought
over
we
the
as
age.
men, as we age, are supposed to wear higher and higher shorts to show our lower and lower balls. I thought that's how it's supposed
the
to work.
rules.
Age of 30. Number 1, cargo shorts. They're too baggy, too long, and truly, no one on earth needs that many pockets unless
Oh, yeah.
you're
Then where am I going to put my fucking magazines? And where am I
idiot.
going to put my compass? And,
And
where
what
am I going to put my
Hold on.
knife?
And what about my loose pipe that I need to smoke weed when I'm on the road?
Loose pipe, a flask. I need gun magazines.
That's
I've
true.
got at least 6 or 7 extra mags. So I got to stick. Where am I putting all that?
And my pogs and slammers, where do I put those? Hold them in my hands?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna hold them in my hands.
7 to 12 loose Skittles.
Yeah, what am I gonna do with those?
So you get to have a purse, and I don't get to have legs purse.
Yeah, we get leg purses.
I don't have a
That's
leg
bullshit.
purse.
Honestly,
Leg purse. It's a leg
I want
purse.
legs purses. This is bullshit. You women suck.
the trail.
Do you want a man that's prepared for life or not?
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
I'm sorry.
Basketball shorts. So
You're a man that works hard. You're a man that deserves legs purse.
Merce is wearing basketball shorts right now.
Number 2,
Oh, are you
basketball
not?
shorts.
I thought
So
you were.
these
I know.
are
I'm
too
wearing
baggy,
I'm wearing one that are coming up in a second.
and way too floppy to wear
But what if you're playing basketball?
off the court.
Fuck you. They're the most
Number
comfortable
3,
things in the
short
world.
shorts. These are
Those are the ones I wear.
Oh, you're wearing the gay ones
Yeah.
now. Right?
No. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as
Okay, not like that though.
revealing too much, guys. Number 4, last but not least, jorts. No matter how
Fuck
much.
you.
Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
John Cena?
I guess John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin are just a bunch of schmoes.
The goat?
Yeah. You know who got a lot of pussy? John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Jorts every day.
Thrift-loving influencers try to make them happen. They're never going to happen.
Okay,
Your
but what
go-to-
about my shong? I wear a shong. It's a thong made out of short material.
That's fine.
I walk around in
shorts
my
should
shong,
be
just
flat
like really.
front
Oh,
chino
it'd be so
shorts.
itchy after
They're
like
fitted,
a
but not-
couple hours.
Not too tight, and they go with
All
absolutely
right, I haven't
everything.
seen jean jackets on the list, so those are still in play.
Well,
Definitely grab
we're
the
just in
other.
shorts right now. Let's hit the jackets. Jackets is next.
But unless you happen to own a motorcycle now, your biker jacket should be retired promptly. Now, once you get into your 30s,
I see what you're saying. So over 40, no motorcycle jacket unless I get a motorcycle. So get a
motorcycle
for my jacket.
Got it. That's fair.
Got it.
I got it. I hear you loud and clear. And you know what, Mersh? On that motorcycle, be wearing your cargo pants.
Seriously.
That way you can hold your things and they don't fall off.
Oh, and next thing this bitch is going to tell me I have to own a Corvette to wear my Corvette jacket.
Well, guess what?
Well, guess what? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
harder to pull off a biker jacket because they have such a bold design, and unfortunately,
All right, you Maxinista.
You sound like
the
you sound like when fashion people are trying to say things that are insulting without insulting you. It's a very bold statement, but not for you.
Go fuck yourself.
the jacket that seems to wear you more
And by the
than
way, I
you
like that
wearing
version.
it.
I like the very clearly fake leather jacket, the pleather.
Leather jacket that fall apart. Now, Merce, this one you're going to get really mad. And I think we're both going to agree on this one.
Now, on to one of the most confusing pieces of men's footwear there is, flip-flops. Anytime I hear the snap
What's confusing?
and squeak of flip-flops, it's like a
No,
warning
bitch,
sign.
you know what's confusing? A brooch.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
confusing. I'm gonna wear this heavy thing pinned to my
Does it go on my chest or does it go on the wall? It's very confusing for
fucking
everybody.
seriously, it's an amulet that unlocks like a fucking sphinx or something.
Go
We-
fuck yourself.
by the way, we live in Florida, dude. I'm gonna wear flip
No,
flops.
I'm not very annoyed at this. I actually hate flip flops. I will wear.
You're not Floridian.
I'm not against people having their flip flops, but I will try to find any alternative to flip flops that are beach shoes because they just my toe like in between my two toes
toesies hurt.
starts to
Ooh,
hurt.
your
Yeah, like the little
toesies.
webbing.
Of
It hurts
flip-flops,
after a while.
It's like a warning siren of bad style approaching. Now, you're an adult man now. You're sophisticated. You're cool.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'm an adult man. I can wear whatever the fuck I want. Shut up.
Invest in a respectable pair of sandals
A Birkenstocks? Yeah, I'm gonna wear Birkenstocks.
for your beach or poolside days. So a pair of double-strapped slip-on Birkenstocks.
Huh? You want some double strap slip-on Birkenstocks? Because you know what those are good at? Getting wet.
Or a slimmer style will look a million times better. Just make sure to keep your feet and toenails looking respectable.
No.
So every mature man and well-dressed man needs a go-to dress shoe. Now, if you're still on the hunt for yours, the search stops now.
Okay,
Follow
that's-
the
I
link
hate
in the
this woman.
description below
That's a lie.
and
That
get
was a
ready
library.
to level up your style game with the perfect pair of
Oh,
fits
yeah, that
no
was an ad.
favors. That bright red G-Shock you love so much
You worked it
actually
in
makes
well.
you look
I
off-putting
appreciate the
as you get
craft.
older. And instead
Look, bitch,
of
look,
aging
if I want to go out to a fancy restaurant wearing my vintage G-Shock with the animated character that screams the time every hour, I will.
And if I want to wear my Mickey Mouse watch, you don't tell me what to wear. Where his hands are like, you know, the...
Instead,
Hell
a
yeah.
simple wrist swatch with
Fuck
a
yeah,
leather
dude.
or metal strap is truly all you need to cover yourself.
Yeah,
on the
bitch. You know what? You
timepiece
make fun of my fucking wristwatch with the goofy hands. You gonna catch these goofy hands.
front. It's a mature, fashionable transition out of the statement watch, and if you choose right, it'll be totally timeless. Get it? Speaking of accessories.
No, I don't.
A
Man,
belt
I
is
wanna
an
hit you.
essential menswear item, but there are so many ways men in their 30s get it wrong. One primary offender
What I do is, Merce, I buy that belt that doesn't even have holes. It's just like braided. I buy a braided belt. That way I can put it in anywhere, bro. Never have to make holes. Yeah. I want to feel like my waist is Native American.
I use a Nike shoelace.
Ooh.
Buckle belt. You know the kind I mean. It's like
oh, something else she had. She was
a
against
billboard
Smirch,
for not knowing how
that she was
to
against
love.
was having your shirt untucked. You're not allowed to have your shirt untucked.
Another look that keeps
I'm allowed to
tripping
do whatever
men
I
up.
want.
Untucked dress shirts. Now, I know that the go-to going out look is generally a simple dress shirt with pants, which is fine. But what exactly is it that makes you forget to tuck those long shirt tails in?
Although we're not
This was
forgetting.
We like.
just don't
I don't
want
want to tuck them in.
See, men are very content just going out and being comfortable.
Very comfort forward.
And you guys are the ones that sit around obsessing over shoes and boob size and everything else we don't really care about.
Yeah.
Looks like you ran out of the house without finishing getting dressed. Now, no one is ever in that much of a rush that they can't make the simple effort of tucking their shirt in. Now,
Why don't you tuck your lip? Hey, let's read some of the comments. The last thing a guy over 30 needs is advice from the fashion police. As a man over 30, I wear whatever I want because I'm an adult that can decide for himself, and the only person who really needs to be happy with it is myself. This video is actually very educational. It shows exactly what kind of woman have to not have in your life. Perfect example of a woman men over 30 should avoid. 26-year-old dude here wearing a propeller hat and got myself a giant popsicle.
It's very funny.
When you turn 30, you are no longer allowed to wear clothes. This vid should be titled "Women to Avoid." If you're in your 30s and still worried about this shit, I feel sorry for you. What men over 30 don't need is an entitled influencer that is too arrogant to get a real job telling them what they should and shouldn't wear.
Amen.
As a 50-year-old man, I'd urge any man over 30 to ignore every word you say. I love my G-Shock watch. I've had mine in my 20s. The battery has been replaced and the band has been too. Still works like a charm. Only click the video to read the comments. Was not disappointed. Guys,
woman is insufferable.
Tomorrow's show is a Patreon local show. So Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Revenge of the Sis.locals. Sign up.
Do that one.
$7.
Do the locals one.
Yeah, like the locals one, we keep more money. So if you do that one, that would be really cool of you guys. I do know that Pessy is next, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's fun. You're doing a Nightwave?
10 o'clock tonight, Nightwave Radio.
Virgie, you streaming?
Yeah, maybe actually this time.
Okay. See you tomorrow for Daywave at 10 a.m. And then the Paywall show. Sly Lego with last donation coming in. This bitch is retarded. Watch nerds absolutely respect the G-Shock. Yep. All right, guys, we're out of here. And they're not called watches. They're called timepieces.
Ew. Never.
They're called... A Rolex isn't a watch.
You're a
it's a
fucking
timepiece.
smug douche.
It's a timepiece.
It's a watch.
You're a timepiece, Papa.